going on, guys? Getting daylight here. We snuck in here this morning on the side of a ridge, about a third of the way off the top. I got an old logging road right in here below me. It looks like I can't really tell. It's the first time I've sit here this year. It's my first sit. I try to wait until the bucks start riding a little bit and start moving a little more before I come in here. But I believe I got two scrapes right below me. I'm not real sure. Once it gets a little daylight, I'll check it out. But it looks like there's two pretty decent scrapes right there below me. One of them's about 20 yards, one of them's about 35, 40 yards. Jumped a flock of turkeys coming in here this morning. Got up and saddled pretty quietly this morning. So I got a bedding area below me about 100 yards. Just super thick greenbrier and stuff like that. Well, it's mostly shrub brush. It's about just high enough for a deer to kind of get underneath. They bed down there, swampy down in there, so nobody falls around. Then there's another ridge to my right, kind of directly to my right. It's real steep and they bed in there. They bed on the side of that ridge also because they can see you coming in. But I come in from the backside, snuck around. Took a long way around to come in, but I don't know. We had a trail camera set up this summer on a trail that they usually use in the summertime. And I think we had like maybe three different bucks on that camera. Now, like I said, this was back in the summer, so I'm not sure if they're even still in here or not, but there's definitely one in here, because like I said, I'm pretty sure there's two scrapes there below me. I'll try to zoom in on them here in a minute once it gets a little more daylight. I don't know, maybe one of them will come check it out this morning. If it's decent. I got two tags, season's been slow. But bucks are moving like they are, starting to. Kinda hate to shoot a doe, but big doe comes in by herself, especially real early. I'm gonna give her the hammer down on her, tag her in, and just sit here and wait on another one. I'm gonna turn the camera here, might be able to see them scrapes, and might be able to hear them turkeys that jumped this morning. Right there's one scrape. I hope you can see it. And the other one, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but it's right out in there somewhere. It's hard to see it through there, but I got a licking branch over there on them last year. It might be on up there a little bit. But on a licking branch up there, right there it is, I think. Yeah, right. Well, no. Oh, it's there somewhere. I'm going to look at a branch in there last year. They might be hitting it. But you might be able to hear the turkeys over there. Old turkeys is roosted. Roosted right up there in them trees right there. This morning when I come in the back way and come off the hill, they flew over. Over there and spooked nothing out here, I don't know. I guess we'll find out too. Y'all stick with me. I'm gonna post this video up whether I get anything or not, I reckon. See how it rolls. Definitely a pretty frosty morning this morning. I'll be something moving. turkeys that flew out of the roost right in there where my broadhead's at. I don't know if you can see it on camera or not. Fall turkey season's in, so I got my blue ready, just in case. I thought they all flew out this morning, but undoubtedly they didn't. Man, she's cold out this morning. And sun's starting to come up, so maybe she'll warm up. We've been sitting there for about almost 2 hours. Hour and 45 minutes. Ain't seen no deer yet. But, seen 3 or 4 squirrels, and then, like I said, them turkeys. I don't know if you can see them on the video or not, but a couple of them turkeys flew out there off the roost earlier. I know you should be able to hear them in the video. Those sun's starting to poke up. Maybe I'll get them on their feet. I don't know. I think Dad said he had like 28 degrees or something at the house this morning, but right there before that sun started coming up over the mountain, I bet she got down to 25 or below. It was cold. I didn't bring enough gear. My old legs got cold. I got my fleece long johns on, but still a little chilly. But I ain't heard nothing move for a while. Like I said, other than them squirrels. We're just gonna sit there and see what happens. That's all we can do. Them old deer will travel. There's a logging road right through there. It goes all the way around the side of the ridge back there. That's where they usually come out of a lot of time. They'll come off the ridge right behind me and hit that old road. Go around that way. Or leave old camera needs adjusted. flashing. 2015 model. It does the job. If we can get something with it on the ground this morning. Well, it's morning hunt. It's about 11 o'clock. Something like that. We're going to head out of here and come back up to seeding. I might hit the ridge I hit last year around this time. Well, it's actually a week later than it is right now when I hit it. The bucks was all over running, chasing does. I might hit it this evening. See if anything's running around over that way. But didn't see no deer, so. But didn't see them turkeys and several big old fox squirrels and gray squirrels. No deer. Which, I mean, I've been seeing deer pretty much every time I went hunting this year. They either just out of shooting range, or I've had some run right underneath of me, but they're running full speed, so you know, I can't get no shots. It's like they got my number this year or something, I don't know. But I'm heading to the truck now, and Dad, I think he's already down there. Get down there, and I don't think he's seen anything either. The way he talked, but you never know. He's liable to pull my leg. So we'll get down there and see what he's got. But we'll holler at y'all this evening there. We get back in the stand, and maybe they'll be out moving the seating since they wasn't moving much this morning. There's a lot of sign in here, a lot of rubs and scrapes. So they're coming around here. I mean, they might be doing a lot of it at nighttime, but I got one camera up on several rubs right there. I just pulled the card on it. We pulled it there about a month ago. It ain't been a month ago, actually, just a few weeks ago. When we first seen the rubs, they was fresh, so I decided to go ahead and, Dad decided to go ahead and hang a camera there, and he did. And we've got some pictures of the buck that's making the rubs, and a couple other bucks cruising there. It's just on top of a ridge, and we figured it'd be a good place anyway, just catch deer cruising, and that's what's going on. So, well, they're not cruising for does, they're just, out running around feeding and stuff, sparring a little bit here and there. We'll see what the seating brings. We'll catch y'all in. Alright guys, we're back in for an evening hunt. We're in a different spot than we was this morning. I come up here to where I hunted a couple years ago during the rut. I'll give you a view of everything here in a minute. But got in just a little late. It's 3:06. Got about 2 hours and 45 minutes left of daylight. Well, the lake was shooting light. But coming in, I walked up an old logging road coming in, and right here behind me about 25 yards, it's the closest one, scrape. But there's 6 scrapes within a 50-yard span lengthwise on this road right here, and a couple of them's pretty fresh. And I got a pretty fresh buck rub right out here in front of me. To my right a little bit. It looks like a young buck. It's only probably knee high maybe. So it might not be much of a buck. It might just be a smaller, 4-point or small 6 or something. But like I said earlier, when we left this morning, Dad, he was pulling my leg. He missed one this morning. Thought he had it on video, and I don't know, something wrong with his camera. It's not working. So, but he did pull my leg. He seen 2 bucks. I think the one he missed, he said was a 3-point, and he seen a bigger one. But the bigger one didn't come close enough to get a shot. But I'll give you a view here of what it looks like. But you're going to notice a difference in the volume, how loud it probably sounds I talk and everything else, because this morning I was just using the mic from the camera itself, the built-in mic. This evening we just got a cheap external mic on top of the camera. Just a cheap one Rick got with an old cheap junk camera. We'll try it out, and y'all just maybe let me know in the comments if you like the regular mic or this, if this cheap mic's working pretty good or not. But I'll give you a view of what we're looking at here. What we got right here, as you can tell, there's a lot of pines. A lot of pines out through here. It's real thick all the way around here behind me. And right here's that old logging road. It runs out that way and turns back around. There's scrapes all along that. There's one scraper right out there. Yeah, probably right in there. And then it's all kind of just pines behind me. And over here we have just kind of an opening right here. As you can tell, it's just an opening. There's hardwoods out in here, oaks, and all that. Big oaks on about another 7,500 yards that way. But if you can see right over there, zoom inward here. Right there's that fresh rub. It's pretty fresh. It's been done within a couple of days, I'd say, anyway, right there. But then as I zoom back out, what I got here is, you got the fence line runs right along here. That's private property over there. The fence line's about 20 yards from me. I don't shoot anything on the other side of the fence line. I had a real nice, real wide crab claw buck there a couple years ago when I was hunting this ridge in the rut. He'd come through there on a big doe, and I let him go because I just, I'm not gonna shoot across the property lines. But the reason I hunt here is because it's, like I showed you, it's real thick back here behind me in these pines. And a lot of times them deer will bed down in the bottom. And as you can see, there's more pines over here also. More pines and stuff up through there. You got cedars. You got cedars up in here, and you got a high point right there. Kind of runs back in a grassy spot and then on back around through there. But y'all stick with me seating and see what we can come up with. But I'm feeling pretty good about it. Like I said, we got them 6 scrapes right behind me, all in our line there. So he's making scrapes pretty regular, and a couple of them looked like they was made either last night or late last evening. But we'll see what happens. I'm not real high off the ground. I'm only about 16 feet, 18 feet. I'd like to be a little higher because of this ridge over here, the hump on that ridge. But I could probably get up another 6 feet in this tree to 8 feet. But if I do, then I can't see down in the pines very good. And a lot of times there's a trail right here in these pines that runs through it about 15 yards, 20 yards from me. So if I get up too high, I can't see that. I can't shoot that trail. So I like to stay right here. The wind, I don't know, it's marginal. It's blowing right out. Right out over top of that high point I showed you a while ago. And some of the deer do come from there, but most of the deer either come from in behind me, off to my right, or down off to my left. So I've sat here 2 or 3 times in the innings a couple years ago and didn't see no deer. It's a real good rut spot though. So this will be the first time I've hunted it in the rut in the evening. So we'll see what happens. November the 8th. 25 degrees this morning. And I've got mosquitoes in my ear to see. It's supposed to get hotter the next 2 days. Maybe the next 3 days. Crazy. It was in the 20s and 40s all weekend. Now it's back up to, I think it was 70 degrees when we left Des. And here I am in a t-shirt, November the 8th. Feels like got somebody coming in on the property behind me. Maybe they'll run something over. Got buck rifle season is 2 weeks away. I think we got 2 more weeks before buck rifle season comes in here in West Virginia. But we're going hard these 2 weeks because it seems like that's when the rut usually kicks off pretty good around here. It's 2 weeks before buck season. But I haven't seen much activity yet other than a lot of scrapes, grubs. But I haven't personally seen much, really any chasing, but Trevor, he hunted on this piece of property this past Friday. And he had what he believed was 10 point. What he believed was 10 point chasing the doe. They come in from behind him, he couldn't get no shot. So I don't know. And Dad seen a spike in a 4-point pushing after I dove there last week. I think it was. But I don't know. Hopefully it kicks off pretty good here for long. Get some things fired up. That'll get me fired up. Maybe I can get the kills on. Deer's had my number this year. Oh well, I enjoy being out here more than anything. Ain't always about the kill. Usually when Rick ain't with me, I see deer. Rick's with me, I don't see any, but this year, well, I've been seeing deer. But they just ain't been close enough. My dad is close enough, Rick was with me, but he's running 100 miles an hour. Sometimes he's jinx, I tell you. We're right to buy him a killing head, I reckon. You know, Dan Fitzgerald. King Fitzgerald killing heads right there, buddy. That's the way to go right there. Things keep your head warm and when it's cold, boy. Fold that down, roll that thing way down. Covers all your ears. Even though it is 70 degrees out today, I still wear it. I like it. Turn around backwards if you don't want to build. This is reversible if you want. You can reverse it around orange. Like in rifle season, if you want to, which I do sometimes on public land. Especially when there's a lot of people around. Got something coming on. There's no gray squirrel. I'm gonna start shooting squirrels, I reckon. They're all over. The deer was coming close to me, and as many of them would come as close to me as these squirrels do. I done had freezer full banana. Spot over in Barber. I'll tell Rick, shut him up. It's gonna be a good evening. You'll hang around with us. I forgot I was gonna show you guys something. That stump right there is 7 yards from me. And it's at a pretty steep angle. 2 years ago, when I was sitting in this spot, I told you, it's a real good rut spot. Bucks were chasing does everywhere. The big crab claw buck come pushing a doe through there, down through there, and she must have been in heat. Because after that, a small buck come through and pushed her down through. And then over here, off to the other side, over that way, I had 2 smaller bucks, or maybe 3 bucks chasing doe around. That 8-point come in the same way. And I don't know if he caught wind of it, smelled that big crab claw buck, knew that buck was older and he just didn't want to pull with her up, but he come across and come right there to that stump at 7 yards. And somehow I shot underneath that deer. You talk about somebody aggravated, missing an nice 8-point at 7 yards. But that's the way it goes. That's why they call it hunting, not killing, I reckon. That's something moving around down in there. Haven't seen it yet. We haven't got the bow ready. They can pop up out of there before you know it. Sounds like a deer or something walking around down there. Sounds like it's right down in there, in that area. finish and eat. Got about an hour left, she's like left. Sun, it's starting to go down. Yeah, probably all the way by the mountain. We're about a half hour, 4:28 right now. So far, still ain't seen up a squirrel. Oh, now maybe them will see the Paul. Get that down. It'll start moving anytime. Hopefully. Like I said, it's supposed to be warmer the next couple of days. Probably won't hunt morning and evening, depending on how hot it is of evenings. As soon as that next cold front comes through, I'm definitely going to be in there hard. As hard as possible anyway, but we get another cold front push in. I'll pound the woods in. It's pretty hot. Turn the camera off. Sit back here and over there and bring you some action here in a little bit. See what happens. That's about it for this evening. I heard something moving way off out in front of me, but I don't know if it was a deer or what it was. But it's getting too dark in here now. I can't see the chute. If I can't see the chute, then it's just time to get down. I mean, it's still pretty bright out in open woods, I can tell. But right here in these pines, I don't even know if it'll show up on camera. It's pretty dark down in them pines. You can't really see nothing. So I'm gonna get my stuff packed up and head out of here. But I'm definitely gonna come back here for morning and get a good cold front. I think we can get one here. It's a good spot, I know, especially when they start rutting. There's doe bedding areas all around here. There's, like I said, 6 scrapes right here behind me. So there's definitely one in here cruising around, making his mark. So
y'all stay with us, and we'll catch you on the next one. Hoping to bring some more than what we have been. We'll catch you then.